Welcome back, everyone. I appreciate everybody coming out today from junior and high schools here. Before we kick off the keynote address, one of the teams from this morning's competition is going to do a demonstration going through today's course. You'll see for the high school competitors this afternoon, you'll see another demonstration of the drone going through with the point system allocated to it. But right now, Andrew and Eric from Bell Juniors High School is about ready to take us through the course on a dry run.
Brandy. Next.
Hey guys, welcome back if you were here this morning, and welcome to the competition today. We're going to have a few speakers here in just a minute, but a quick reminder for the junior high teams that were here this morning, I need you to go ahead and fill out the back of your bingo card and turn it in, even if you haven't gotten all of your stickers yet, because we need to tally the votes for the most creative drone. So if you guys want to be in on that, go ahead and get your bingo cards turned into this gray table over here behind the projector screen.
Again, welcome back, everyone. And I'd like to recognize Bell Middle School one more time. Eric, Andrew, great job on the competition this morning. I'll look forward to seeing you at the Junior High Awards, which will be immediately following the keynote address today. Before we get into our speakers, I'd like to recognize the Mayor of Claremore who is here today. Mr. Bill Flanagan and his wife, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. As well as Josh O'Brien from the UAS initiative. Josh? And for those of you that were here this morning for the competition, you will have seen Miss Karen Larson from Channel 2 News, who is keeping herself busy back behind us. Thank you, Karen. We'll see her again this afternoon also. So Google has sponsored AeroGames at RSU since 2013, and we are honored to have the Mays County Google Site Manager speak here today. He's been with Google since April of 2017 and has lived and worked in the tri-state area all of his life. I ask you please join me in welcoming Mr. Kevin Pickering.
All right, thank you. First of all, before I get too far, I want to make sure we thank Curtis and the other volunteers that have been out here this morning. There's some brave souls. Give them a round of applause. They're doing a good job. I also want to make sure and thank RSU for the ongoing partnership that makes AeroGames possible. We really appreciate it. What a great morning of competition we've had so far today with all the junior high students. I've been so impressed, some of them with precision and skill, but all of them with the spirit that they bring and the energy that they bring to the competition. We're glad you're here today. We believe STEM education is vital and that activities like this are vital to foster the next generation of scientists and engineers, and we're excited to see so many of them in the room today. Google has called Oklahoma home now for over 10 years since we opened our data center over in Mays County, and in that time we've given away over $2 million in STEM-related grants. And that money's gone for laptops and mobile devices, robotics programs, and STEM labs across the region. At Google, we use science, technology, engineering, and math every day to manage the world's information. Whoa, sorry. We have architects, structural engineers, electricians, chemists, and IT engineers like data architects, hardware technicians, and software programmers that all work together to provide the services that we use every day to make our lives easier. In fact, the next time you ask your Google Assistant or you type in a search in your browser, there's a pretty good chance that the answer that comes back, whether it's text or web pages or YouTube videos, that answer is actually coming out of our Oklahoma data center, and that's pretty cool. To all the competitors here today, have fun. We're inspired by your creativity and your spirit, and we hope students like you continue your education that will make you successful in your future technical careers. We're here today to celebrate your innovation and ingenuity. And with that, I just want to say thank you again to everybody here. I want to say thank you to RSU, and I'll turn it back over to Curtis.
Thank you, Kevin. Mr. Dennis Allendorf has over 35 years of aerospace and defense operations, as well as logistics expertise in both the public and private sectors. He's currently the director of the Aerospace Development and strategy for Tulsa Regional Chamber. The Chamber is Tulsa's principal business-driven leadership organization, improving the quality of community life through the development of regional economic growth. Dennis is also a member of the Oklahoma Governor's Unmanned Aerial Systems Council and an officer of the Oklahoma chapter of the Association of Unmanned Vehicle Systems International, a member of the state's Chamber Aerospace and Defense Policy Committee, and a life member of Air Force Association. I'd like to introduce Mr. Dennis Allendorf, the Director of Aerospace Development and Strategy at Tulsa Metro Chamber. Mr. Allendorf.
First off, good afternoon, and especially the students. Like I said, I really salute you, and I hope you continue this endeavor. First off, let me ask you a quick question. How many want to be engineers? How many want to be pilots? Good. Stick with the engineering. Then you can grow into the pilot. Let me give a little history. Basically, my background, you heard a little bit of it, but I early on, and since about the 5th grade, I wanted to get involved with the aerospace business. I lived in West Texas on an Air Force base. I got exposed to flying early, and I'd always wanted to join the Air Force, and basically that's what I did. My intent was to get my degree. I got a biology degree. I went into the Air Force. I jumped between logistics, war planning, and then operations, and my operations was done flying the AWACS. Does anybody know what the AWACS aircraft is, or the E-3? What's it noted for? The frisbee on the top of the fuselage. And so again, like I said, I was fortunate enough to live my dream. I spent almost 29 years in the Air Force. I do it over again. Great opportunity, learned a lot, did a lot, wouldn't change. And you guys need to live your dreams. And basically you're starting out just like I did. And you want to push those dreams and keep nurturing those dreams. And your teachers that brought you here are the ones that are going to help you do that. So listen to them, learn. You never stop learning. You're always going to be learning throughout your high school, college. When you get into the workforce, you're going to always be learning. Never give up learning. So let me talk a little bit about the unmanned systems. Again, as you indicated early in the bio, I'm a member of the Governor's Council of the Unmanned Aerial Systems. Last December, we kind of expanded that role to not just include unmanned aerial systems, but basically look at autonomous systems. So we're looking at autonomous systems from both aerial, surface, and subsurface, or maritime. So I think you all are well aware of what's going on in terms of the autonomous vehicles. They're here. You know, the unmanned systems have been here for a long time. So keep pressing forward, keep doing what you're doing, and stay with the STEM education. You'll go far, and, you know, as you grow up, have children, and, you know, impress that on your children. You know, learn and don't stop learning. But I congratulate you. I look forward to the further competition. Like I said, you guys got me out of a staff meeting that was going to last all day, so I do appreciate it, and I do thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Allendorf. As founder and chief operations officer, Mr. Tate's managerial responsibilities in the organization include sales, customer relationship building, organizing and implementing customer and internal projects, and assisting with acquiring funding for operations and research through capital raising with investor and research proposals. This includes such organizations as NASA, the National Science Foundation, and the Oklahoma Center for Advancement in Science, and technology, or OCAST, among other sources. Michael founded Infinite Composite Technologies along with co-founder Mike Varelli during his senior year at Oklahoma State University in 2010. After his experience on the university's Collegiate Formula Society of Automotive Engineers race team, during this time on the OCAST racing team, Michael, Matt, and Team Tulsa Gas Technologies converted the first FASE vehicle to run on compressed natural gas. I would now like to welcome Mr. Michael Tate, who is the COO of Infinite Composites Technology. Michael?
First off, I want to thank you guys for inviting me to come out here. Secondly, I want to say how impressed I am with your ability to fly through these things. I've flown a drone before, and it's not easy. So congratulations to you guys for, one, building it, two, being able to fly it, and three, hopefully being competitive against the other teams here. Just to get a kind of idea of my audience, how many of you guys have heard of SpaceX? Cool. How about Blue Origin? It's Amazon's space company. How about Boeing, Lockheed Martin? Those kinds of groups. Anyone want to work for groups like that? Be an aerospace engineer, mechanical engineer, build stuff to go to space. So that's what my company does. It's Infinite Composites Technologies. We make fuel tanks for space applications as well as aviation parts. So what I'm kind of came here today to do is inspire you guys to follow your dreams, which is something Dennis said, and I think it's something a lot of adults say to people coming up, and it's true. Like, you can really do whatever you want to do if you are just persistent and perseverant towards your goals. So my background started in college at Oklahoma State. I was on a race team that converted a vehicle over to compressed natural gas. It was first exposure to doing mechanical things, building a race car from scratch, from the ground up, and then racing it. Very similar to what you guys are doing here. You're building drones, racing them. It's really fun. I was just in the cockpit of a vehicle driving, 60 miles per hour around a bunch of cones and stuff. So a little bit different, but same kind of competitive spirit. But that is what inspired me and my business partner to start a company and eventually take the things that we learned while developing a race team and building a car and learning a bunch of stuff. We took all that knowledge, went out and applied for research funding. We reached out and got investors. We've gone after customers, and now we sell products to companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin and United Launch Alliance. So when you're doing this competition, as you're going through school, as you continue to follow your STEM career, hopefully you may consider starting a company or working for a startup company or even going to one of these large organizations and building the aerospace industry. The AeroGames and drones, I think, are just a great stepping stone to bigger technologies that are out there. You can use drones for a ton of business models that I've seen for everything from cleaning, like windmills and stuff, wind-powered systems, to inspection, getting all sorts of stuff. So this is a great room to continue to grow in this area or lead you into other career paths. So I hope this competition is something that inspires you guys to continue to educate yourself on technology, science, math, engineering, and follow your goals to do something with that. And I hope it leads you into the aerospace field, because it is a fun and exciting place to be. So thank you for having me out today. I hope you guys enjoy your competition and keep going.
Thank you, Michael. Unfortunately, President Dr. Larry Rice was not able to make it here today, but we actually have, quite frankly, a great substitute for Dr. Larry Rice. It is Miss Faith Gates. She is a graduate of Rogers State University. She ultimately ended up gaining employment out at the RSU Pryor campus and has most recently become the director of RSU Pryor. She's a hometown girl who continues to do great things in higher education, and more specifically in STEM. She is by far our best advocate at RSU for this. And I'd like to welcome Faith Gates, the director of RSU Pryor. Faith?
Good morning. Thank you for that introduction, and thank you for the opportunity to speak today. How many of you all have ever been on the Rogers State University Claremore campus? Show of hands. So quite a few of you all. That's wonderful. How many of you knew that we had branch campuses in Pryor and Bartlesville? Anybody? Good. That's wonderful. So my journey in education began at the Rogers State University Pryor campus. So that campus is near and dear to my heart, and I'd kind of like to share my experience with you today. Whenever I first started, after I graduated high school, I thought, I'm going to go out into the world. I'm an adult. I'm going to make all this money and start my life. So I went out, got a job, and quickly realized the positions that I wanted as supervisor, as the boss, those people that were in those positions had either associate's degrees or bachelor's degrees, doctorates, masters. So I soon realized that education was what I needed. That was my ticket. So I found myself enrolling at the Rogers State University Pryor campus. And as a small town farmer, I thought if I could get a degree in business, I could start following the cattle market and we could just boom with this. So I pursued a degree in business administration. And as I got into my business classes, I realized that this was something I really loved. I was passionate about business. So I went on and completed my bachelor's degree in business administration with a management option here at the Claremore campus. As I grew as a student and as an adult, I made connections with people, with my instructors, with the people here in Claremore, with the students, and those people are the people that I work alongside today. So when I graduated, it was definitely a no-brainer for me that I wanted to give back to the university that I got my degree from. So I had the opportunity to be an advisor at the Pryor campus, which was an amazing experience because I get to see students like you that are coming out of high school who have goals of their own, who have dreams, who have big ideas like I did, and I can help those students move on to achieve those goals through education. So as you all are getting to the end of your junior year and getting into high school and thinking about college, and those of you that are in high school, graduating, and are looking to go to college, I hope that you all take the time to consider and explore the options at Rogers State University. Since we're all right here local, like I said, we have a branch campus in Pryor, we have a branch campus in Bartlesville, and then we're here in Claremore. So we're right here at your back door and have amazing opportunities. We have events like this that keep you guys involved and wonderful degrees. So anybody, I think, at Rogers State University would be happy to talk to you all about those opportunities today. And for those of you that are here for the competition, best of luck to you and congratulations. This is amazing to see the work that you all have put into this and the time and the dedication and the people that have supported you. So congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
Thanks, Faith. Mark Wayne Mullen was elected to serve the people of Oklahoma's 2nd Congressional District in November 2012 and is currently serving his 2nd term in office. Mark Wayne Mullen and his wife Christy have 5 children, Jim, Andrew, Laura, Lynette, and Ivy. They raised their children on the same family farm where Mark Wayne grew up in Westville, Oklahoma. In the U.S. House of Representatives, he has been a strong voice for business owners across America and brings their perspective into the national debate on many issues that directly impact business in our local communities. He currently serves on the House House Energy and Commerce Committee, where he sits on 3 subcommittees: Subcommittee on Energy and Power, Subcommittee on Commerce, Manufacturing and Trade, and the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations. Please join me in welcoming Representative Mark Wayne Mullen.
Well, thank you, and thank you, everybody that's here. It is pretty humbling when you look around and you see the technology that's being used. You know, it was only about 10 years ago that the only people that was making the stuff you guys are making now are top scientists that work for the Department of Defense or NASA. And now you see that you children and you kids are starting to put together technology that wasn't even thought of when I was in school. The ability that you have to be able to do so much with so little is amazing to me. The teachers that are here, the adults that are here, there's no way you understand what these kids are doing because it's their life. It's what we get to see them develop as, but we get to provide the atmosphere to do so. In Washington, D.C., I actually sat on another committee that's called Digital Communication and Consumer Protection, and it's called the Internet of Things. And we're having a tough time figuring out how to just oversight some of the issues that we're dealing with because of the technology when it comes to drones and autonomous vehicles. And the technology is changing at such a rapid pace that it's hard for us to even keep up with it. Every day it seems like I come home and my kids have something new. I walked in the other day and on the floor was a drone from Walmart that they paid less than $100 for. And I remember looking at it and I said, this is technology that we were using in the Middle East when I was over there. It just blows my mind seeing that now it's available to you literally in a box. And then I walk in here and a group from Bell, Oklahoma, which is just down the road. Most people don't know where it's at. Only young man, I actually know his cousin, Kim Teehee, was telling me how they built it. It's made out of electric conduit and rubber bands and zip ties and wires and propellers that they used to color with magic markers. And you were maneuvering in a way that, man, it just blew my mind. It's so exciting to see that. It's so exciting that when he was asked, how many of you guys want to be engineers? When I was your age, I'm not even sure I knew what an engineer was. I thought he drove a train, though. You guys know what I'm talking about. And half the room raised your hand. That's awesome, because these are small communities that we're talking about. Small communities that are able to dream much bigger than just what we grew up with. Seeing Westville here with a whole bunch of purple shirts sitting in front of me, feels like I'm at home. Drove out of the farm this morning, and you know, it's awesome. It's wonderful to see so many friends and familiar faces up here. Guys, I just never dreamed that anything like this would happen. It's such an honor to be in Washington, D.C. to be able to just represent such a great crowd. So if I can ever do anything for you, you got to let me know, because one thing we need to do is make sure our young people succeed. And RSU, thank you for pairing with our students. Mayor, thank you for opening your city for us, because we got a bunch of country boys and girls that are here, and we may not know how to act at some of these restaurants, but we'll do our best, I promise. But guys, it is awesome to see you guys be up here competing. I hope everyone learns a lot. We come back next year and we even do better and set our standards even higher. So God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Representative Mullen, and I'd like to recognize our keynote speakers one last time here. So we're going to have a relatively quick shift here. And what I mean by that is we have some logistical things that we need to take care of before we move into the high school competition. Most importantly is the junior high awards. But before we do that, while we have all of the participants together, this would be the perfect opportunity to have a group photo in front of the Google letters. So what I'm going to ask everybody to do, all of our competitors here today, if you'll please rise up, we're going to head on over in front of the Google letters while we have everybody in one room. Yes.
You just say when, I'll dive back in.
As soon as they stop with the photos there.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'll get everybody settled back in place. I'm Karen Larson with KGRH2 Works for You. So very honored to be back again for this next year of competition with the Google AeroGames here at Rogers State University. I have the All-Import Award winners. Who's ready to hear the winners? Yeah. We definitely want to hear the winners. And Mr. Sparling, do you have everybody lined up for handshakes and photographs and everything that you want? Okay. All right, here we go. So first of all, we're going to do the School Spirit Award because it takes a lot of spirit to put these drones together for the competition and to keep a smile on your face even when your drone doesn't perform quite the way you wanted it to. So this year we're actually awarding it to a school, which brought us 2 teams this year. Our School Spirit Award is going to go to Will Rogers Junior High School, the Zebras, and the Zodiacs. So come on down, students. Zebras and Zodiacs, come join us and collect your trophy. There you go. And once you've collected your trophy, you'll go back over to the Google Awards area and get a picture. All right, head back. Head back over there for a team photo. All right, let's give a round of applause for our 2 teams, the Will Rogers Junior High School Zebras and Zodiacs. Now, the neat thing about this drone competition is seeing the drones that our students come up with, both the junior high as well as the high school. They're very, very creative, and some even more than others. So in this particular one, this team came up with 1 drone and had a very unfortunate mishap just before the competition. Had to race around and come up with a backup drone. So we thought not only was their design creative, but their problem solving was very creative too when they had to go to drone number 2. So the most creative drone award is going to go to Will Rogers Junior High School Team 2, the Zebras. Zebras, come on back. After we'll leave them there for there. The Zebras are coming back for their award. Here you go. Pick up your trophy there. Congratulations from our Google leader. And we just saw them, didn't we? Isn't that great? Congratulations. One more round of applause for the Zebras, Team 2. Earlier today, I was talking with one young man who's here with his family, and I asked him, what was the best part of the competition? And he instantly said, the crashes. So I think it's very appropriate that every year we do a Most Creative Crash Award, or Best Crash Award, if you will. And that, you know, if you were here this morning and you saw it happen, you have to agree that it goes to the Cleora Crushers, whose drone ended up very memorably up in the rafters. So congratulations. Congratulations. And they told me it's still in one piece. Congratulations to you. Oh, congratulations to all. All right, now we get to the winners for the middle school competition. of course, what's interesting about this year's competition is not only do you earn points for completing the course, but it's very important at this time, this year in particular, for completing it quickly, because time was the determining factor in this year's competition. Third place, our congratulations goes to the Foil Panthers. The Foil Panthers earned 450 points with their drone. They completed the course in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. 3 minutes and 59 seconds, so time was essential. Getting their medals from our team here at RSU and Google. All right, good job. Now, 450 points was the next competitor's point total as well. Their time was 2 minutes and 52 seconds. So a little bit more than a minute made a difference for second place. And this went to the Owasso Rams. Second place to the middle school from Owasso. Congratulations. Fist bumps for all. All right, once again, the first place award also earned 450 points for their ability to maneuver through that tough obstacle course. But their time made the winning difference, no doubt about it. It was a winning time of 1 minute and 44 seconds. So more than 2 minutes faster than the third place. First place goes to the Bell Bulldogs. Woo, congratulations. They'll bring up the winning design, and if they look familiar, they were the ones who did the demonstration run through the obstacle course for our dignitaries today. Congratulations. So our congratulations to all of our middle school award winners for their competition. For those of you who are watching online right now, we really hope that you will consider getting a team together with your school next year. Big support from Google in organizing it and helping it. The teams get together with their materials and such. They get creative consultation, engineering consultation from the students here at RSU, and they're here to help you compete. So come on down to the next AeroGames. We have a great time here. So our congratulations to all of you who are with the middle schools here today, our parents. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, big thank you to our coaches, our faculty who gave so much of their time and so much of their energy to help their teams. Hey students, let's give your faculty advisors a big round of applause. Yeah. We're very, very appreciative of their effort. All right, at this time, what we're going to do is move on to the high school competition. Are you all ready for that? Are you all ready for the competition? Yeah, there we go. All right, our first team up is going to be from Welch, the Wildcats, and then I want to encourage the WHS flight team to report to flight check. The WHS flight team, go to flight check right now and prepare your drone. All right, I'm moving back here because it's just a little bit safer back here for your announcer. And our teams, just so our audience knows, our teams will be their repair team, their repair crews. For those of you who are staging right now or waiting for your turn, everybody, can I get your attention? For those of you who are going to be up in just a little while, I encourage you who are on the repair team to set up your repair equipment right here and have it ready to go because time is essential. So this is your repair table right here. All right, our first teams are getting ready to move into position. Once again, this is the Welch Wildcats. I will try to remember. Yes, go for it. All right, our judges. How much? Perfect. Okay. So our judges, we have a new team of judges, volunteers from Google this afternoon. We're so glad to have them here. They're going to get a quick review of the course and the rules. And while Professor Sparling is taking care of that, we're going to let our teams get in position. All right, so one of the things we do when we have a little bit of downtime is I just happen to have brought a few things with me from Two Works for You. And it's fun to kind of do some drone fun facts. And since I see a lot of adults in the audience and of course, some of our high school seniors and juniors and such, you all get to participate. Okay, so I asked this question earlier. Hopefully there aren't some of you, if you were here earlier, you don't get to answer this question. So which country uses the most drones? Yes. America, absolutely. Bracelet or Frisbee? Blue or red? Okay, can I throw those back? All right, he took the red Frisbee. All right, who knows what the fine is for failing to register an American drone? Anybody know what the fine is? How about a guess? Anybody want to guess? What's the fine for flying a drone with it you don't register? What would it be? $250 is the guess? Not quite. What do you think? Oh, that is so very close. $2,000. No, actually, I'm reading not enough zeros. Let's add some more zeros to that. Anybody else want to guess? Did you say 250,000? No, can you split the difference? What is it? Okay, it is $27,500 for failing to register a drone with the U.S. government. Now, let me give you that because you asked twice. So, always eager questioners, future reporters. There we go. Okay, it looks like we're ready, so we'll have more drone fun facts coming up. Let me get off the course and get ready for our team. Let me confirm our judges. Judges have the name of our first team, the Welch Wildcats. The Welch Wildcats. All right, and they are moving into position. Your repair team is ready. Just a hint, I would have propellers out and ready to go. Now, one of the nice things is Professor Sparling gives just a little bit of advice to each and every team as they make it on the course, since this is your first time you're up against this challenge. All right, it looks like we're firing it up. Ooh, successfully through obstacle 1, 10 points. Quick battery replacement needed. successfully through the first 4 obstacles headed for target zone. Let's give them a round of applause. That's wonderful. Over the fan. And a successful landing. Congratulations, Welch Wildcats. All right, each of our teams does have 2 runs through the course. We need a moment, or our judges need just a second to finalize and get their timers. Okay, battery, they're good. We're ready. Around the poles, over the fan, and heading back to the target zone. Landing zone. Excellent. Woo! Now that's what you call a save on the landing. We were all rooting for you. Great job. Let's give it up for the Wildcats from Welch High School. Well done. Well done. And that is a wonderful demonstration of how it's done, folks. Great job for our team, for their advisors. And I know their advisors from here at RSU are very proud as well. Okay. All right, Yellow Jackets, please report to flight check. Yellow Jackets, please report to flight check. All right, now entering the competition stage, representing Westville is the WHS flight team from Westville High School. The pilot and co-pilot are in place. We're waiting for their repair team to get set up. And for those of you who are here for the first, who in the audience is here for the first time? Yes, great. We're so glad you're with us. That's awesome. We're glad you're here. If you notice, we have people with nets. Sometimes they're needed. So we did have an exciting moment this morning where one of the drones on the landing went straight up instead of down and ended up stuck in the rafters. And it was quite an adventure getting them down, but we did. By now, the Yellow Jackets should be at flight check. right, we're going to give our former team just a second to get off the field. Judges are ready. I'm letting them go. Okay, judges are ready. Professor Sparling, judges are ready. Our pit crew is ready. And we're just waiting for our pilots. Successfully through the first 4 obstacles. And moving on. Over the fan. Excellent. Well done. This is the WHS flight team from Westville High School. They'll perform a quick battery exchange and go for round 2. We'd like to thank our 3 volunteers from Google for coming and judging our competition this afternoon. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. We especially appreciate Google for sponsoring the event. Touch and go landing there. Well done. Westville High School proving to be some very tough competitors in our competition this afternoon. And to our guests and competitors, we want to remind you to flip over your bingo cards and make sure you keep in mind who you want to vote for, the most creative drone. You'll be putting that sticker on the back. Well done. These judges, you guys are going to have a tough time with this, no doubt about it. And our wranglers just went to get the next team that will be on stage. Should be the Yellow Jackets coming in for us. There. Warriors, Ironman. I know, the high schoolers. Professor Sparling saying, it goes so fast. Yes, it does. These high schoolers have some great drones. How would you describe the difference between the experience level that the high schoolers are bringing compared to the middle schoolers? What have you seen them learn over the course of the competition?
I'm not necessarily sure if the experience level is different. I think the opportunity to be able to get out and tweak their drone may have been a little bit more significant for the high school students that we're seeing today.
We've seen some really good designs.
We are seeing some fantastic designs today.
All right, I'll let you go and advise the next team. All right, this should be Pryor's Flying Tigers. The Flying Tigers from Pryor. All right, I'm told all of the teams are back in flight check, getting their drones prepared, ready for competition. That gives me some good information. So here's an interesting fact. This is a new drone for the Flying Tigers from Pryor High School. Oh my. Brandy is showing me some photos. Their previous drone had an electrical malfunction and the electrical wires melted. And so obviously that drone was unfit for competition, so they came up with this one. And they're ready to give it a try. Oh, just yesterday it was. Quick recovery with drone number 2, the backup drone from the Flying Tigers. See, I don't see who are the Yellow Jackets. I see Flying Tigers. Red Welch, Red Westville. Okay, someone said the Yellow Jackets were the White Jackets. Yep, I don't know. Okay. Westville? No, Westville was purple. Mm-hmm. Looks like we're ready to go. Successfully through the first 4 obstacles and heading for the target zone. Well done. Ooh. Okay, sounds like that may have set us up for our first repair. Nope. Still going? Quick repair. Our competitors, when they're here, come very prepared. I've seen everything from very sophisticated toolboxes to a simple cardboard box, but all that matters is that they have what they need to make the repairs to get their drone operable again. And while we're waiting for our crews, take a look at who's here to cheer them on. Our RSU Hillcat is here. Okay, guys, we got to give our Hillcat a better welcome. Say hi, guys. Glad you're with us. Woo! Heading back on course and trying again. All right, so doing some more repairs. We were just discussing our catchers, if you will, and last year was my first experience here with the AeroGames, and I will never forget one of the first drones that lifted off came straight for me, and you have never seen me move faster to duck behind this podium than you did last year. And then we were all laughing because it was pretty funny at the time. But I was very glad to see all of our catchers here. All right, we're back in business. love the expression on all the pilots' faces when they're done because they're just exhausted and they're so relieved. One time through.
Another battery. That's it. That's all we need.
All right, once again, our team's opting to change batteries. Make sure they have a nice fresh one for round 2. All right, team geared up and ready to go again? You ready? Okay, deep breath. Good job. Great job. Great improvement on that one. Yay. Always glad to see our teams. Every run is a learning experience, and every time they get better. Great to see that. All right, let's give it up for the Flying Tigers. Great job. Great job in Pryor High School. Excellent. All right, next up on deck is the Claremore Warriors from Northeast Technology Center. They are representing Claremore from the Northeast Technology Center, and they are the Warriors. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, while their pit crew heads over to the workshop table, they'll be ready with backups if needed. Once again, Professor Sparling giving the pilot some last-minute advice. Hopefully we only do it once. Yeah. And your brother. So, that's true. That's true. True, true. All right, judges ready? Catchers ready? Nods from all my catchers. And green lights on. We're about ready to go. Moving quickly through obstacle 1. Well done. Ooh. All right, as we all say, the spills and chills are the exciting part of the competition. All right, they're heading to the repair crews for some help. For those of you who are in the audience, if you want to text your family and friends, we are live streaming this. Rogers State University is live streaming this entire competition. So if you'd like to see replays of the crashes, You can watch it on live stream. I put the link on Karen Larson KJRH, but I believe you'll also find it on the RSU Facebook page. You can find a link and see that live stream and watch it at any time. That way friends and family who can't be here today can watch as well. Nicely done. Our high school teams are really, really good this year. I mean, very, very skilled. Glad to see these drones doing so well. And once again, our teams do have an opportunity to do a second run through the obstacle course. All right, pilot and co-pilot almost ready. And judges, here we go. Excellent. First 5 obstacles down. Racing through the course. Perfect landing. Great job by the Claremore, representing Claremore, the Warriors from Northeast Technology Center. All right, let's give them a round of applause, guys. Well done. Excellent job. Excellent. Our team, if you could report over here for a team photo, please. Team photo, please, over at the Google stage to our last team, if you can hear me. Google stage, please, for a photo. Thank you so much. Lead them on, Hillcat. Great job. All right, now on the competition stage, representing Nowata, from Nowata High School, please welcome the Ironman. Let's give them some encouragement. Technically, I am supposed to. All right, and remember that we will be taking team pictures after each of the races. I'd like to capture these special moments for you. And I am told that Rogers State University is actually going to be putting together a 30-minute program on this competition. So you'll have to kind of check in with Rogers State's Facebook and on their website to see when that's going to be airing. I'm sure it's a big project for their media department. They'll be putting it together. And have you noticed, I know you're so focused on the actual live action, but if you watch one of the races on the screen, you'll notice they have put cameras at multiple locations along the course. So it makes a neat perspective if you can't see directly from the sidelines. First obstacle down. But with still photographs we can. Okay. right, repairs done. They're back on course. Oh. All right, audience members, if you have not had a chance to walk over to the Carolyn Taylor Center and walk through Geek Street, we encourage you to do so. It's a chance to visit with our vendors, get a few snacks, and don't forget to do your bingo cards. So that is still open just for 25 more minutes. Geek Street will be closing at 2 o'clock. And Geek Street is the only place you can get stickers for your bingo cards. So once again, Geek Street, drop on by. Oh. Racing for home. Keep going, keep going. Woo! That's what I call landing. Okay, do y'all agree with me? Was that the best landing you've seen yet? Yes, give them a round of applause. That was great. Judges and audience, NOWAT is going to be changing out their battery, doing a couple quick tune-ups, and they'll be back on the course for round 2. always disappointing when the crash landing happens. One more quick adjustment. Again, on each run, our competitors have 7 minutes to complete the course. Okay, repair is done again. Let's give it another go. All right, you got it this time. Ironmen are tough. Okay, quick assessment being done. Hey, what are we doing? Okay, I'm doing what you're doing. You want to stop? You want to sing? Oh, are you kidding? Okay. 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 There are just under 3 minutes left for their repairs and course time. And off they go again. One minute remaining. Thirty seconds. 30 seconds. Oh. All right. That Ironman team, they are tough. Great job. Representing their hometown of Nowata. That's Nowata High School.
Yeah, but don't forget this first guy. He's coming back. Josh O'Brien. I don't know. Okay, I haven't gotten the card yet. Thank you. Oh, he's so special. He spends so much money on his friends. I love it. They're very generous over here. They're very generous. All right, now on the competition stage, representing Adair, the Warriors from Adair High School. I happen to know they've been feverishly working backstage, getting their drone in operation.
so bad. So bad. As many of you know, we're very grateful to Google for sponsoring this competition for a 6th year, and to Rogers State University for organizing this entire competition. Professor Sparling and his team have done an incredible job. The media team here has also done a wonderful, wonderful job with RSU TV. And if you noticed, at times there are students manning the cameras here, so we're glad to incorporate students' hands-on learning as we progress through the program as well. And we're ready, judges. Judges ready? Here we go. Lost a propeller. All right, quick, oh my. We've had a few things fall to the ground, but nothing that can't be repaired. Watch out for the... All right, there is some consultation going on between the best bet for repairing the drone and getting it back in operation. I confess I'm not very much of a mechanical person, but when you see nuts and bolts falling, it is concerning. All right, lots of discussion going on about the best way to get this drone back in operation. Okay, so I'll just throw some giveaways out here while we're waiting for our team. And no facts or figures required. I'll show you I'm the worst baseball or softball player ever invented. I would have never made it in basketball. There you go. There's more. There's one over there. There's a couple over there. There you go. Oh, Hillcat, there you go. There you go, Hunter. All right. I'm trying. I haven't gone over here. Here you go, ready? There you go. Couple there, couple there, couple there. All right. Yes, as my bosses would say, 2 works for you. Maybe. Okay, and I will tell you, I'm technically terrified of throwing one of these. So I'll just put one over here. These girls are busy on their phone here. Take one of those. There you go. Oh, I dropped another one. Thank you. There you go. You want one? Oh, thank you. There you go. Would you like one? There you go. Okay. Got gifts for everybody. Brought a box of goodies so we have things to take home. In addition, I know you'd much rather have those trophies. All right. Repairs still underway. Judges, how are our time? How's our time? 7 minutes? 7 minutes left. All right. I'm afraid to throw it. Would you like one? There you go. I gave you some things. Would you like one? There you go. Do you like one? Who did not get something over here? There you go. Trying to make sure you all end up with something that we take home. Okay. So have you all been having a good time? Is this a great competition or what? Okay, who's going to come back? Google and RSU are very glad to hear that response. Okay, who's going to come back next year? You betcha. You know, you might even be able to put 2 teams together from a school. What do you think about that? I think it's a great idea. How many of you know students at other schools who did not compete today? Okay, so are you going to go and tell them about the AeroGames competition for next year? The bigger the better, the competition. Absolutely. So don't forget to tell your friends about this because we really want to get the word out about STEM education. Google's supporting us. RSU organizing a wonderful event here. So reach out to your friends. Let them know what a good time you've had. Post on social media. Post those pictures. Good to see you. All right, we're back on course. About 5 minutes left, guys. About 5 minutes left. All right, looks like we're back in business. Okay, we promise excitement and we deliver. All right, the 8 Air Warriors giving us some excitement here at the AeroGames. That was very exciting. And we appreciate our net people very much. Okay, so how exciting was that?
Very.
Were you ready?
Not at all.
Sure you were. You had the net. You grabbed it. You deflected it from the trophies. That was very important.
Yep, wanted to go up and over.
And that is exactly what it did. Great job. Thank you so much. All right, let me check on the time with the judges. All right. Let's give a round of applause to the 8 Air Warriors. They're going to have to concede. Their drone has run its last course. Great job. All right. Well done. Well done. A valiant effort by the Warriors. Okay, here comes our final competitor in our afternoon competition from among the high schools. Representing Foyle, the Panthers are on the course. Foyle High School. Holding for instructions from Professor Kurt Sparling. All right. We're going to listen in on the last minute instructions.
Out of the obstacles as you go through, you'll come to a bullseye. It's an open box, exactly like this. In order to receive the 10 points for that obstacle, you have to fly your drone down. Does not matter where you actually touch down, but you have to touch down within the obstacle. It's up to you on whether or not you slow your rotation or simply little kiss and right back up. 10 points either way. Once you come out through the
So you're listening to the last-minute instructions from Professor Kurt Sparling. He and his team have been working very closely with the high schools as they have been developing the drone competition here over the last few years. All right, just a reminder that Geek Street is now closed. And you want to look on the back of your sheets and fill in the bingo cards. When you filled them in, you want to take them to the table right over here at the edge of the auditorium here, the field house. There's a brown table over here. Turn in your cards over here. These are for our awards coming up. All right, judges ready? Judges ready? Here we go. The Foil Panthers have quite the cheering section in their pit crew. All right, I saw a piece of propeller go flying, so we may need a new one of those. Putting on a new blade. back in business. No, yeah, they'll hand me a new one like that. But yeah, I think that this is Kurt. Kurt does all this. Yeah, and could you put it on this page? This concludes our senior high school for Kurt. All right, they're giving it a go. One more time. One more time. Two more times. Aww. Turning back to their advisors for some last advice. Foil Panthers giving it a good go and refusing to give up. They are done. All right, let's give it a big round of applause to very high-spirited Foyle Panthers, Foyle High School. Definitely giving it a valiant try. Definitely valiant. All right, at this time, I'll turn it over to Professor Sparling.
So that actually concludes the competition for the high school students. If you have not turned in your bingo cards, I ask that you do that now. And as we're tallying up the scores for the competition and the bingo cards, we actually have a gentleman from Unmanned Aerial Systems Initiative coming to speak with us this afternoon, and that is Josh O'Brien. Came to Oklahoma City-based Development Capital Networks as a senior business development team leader for DCN's Unmanned Aerial Systems Cluster Initiative partnership with the U.S. Small Business Administration for Oklahoma-Kansas region, where he served in several capacities for more than 13 years, including most recently as the Director of Entrepreneurial Development, while at the Greater Oklahoma Chamber. O'Brien managed contacts, led strategic planning efforts, recruited companies, and national conferences to Oklahoma City. Additionally, he promoted and built You guys are excited to hear Josh today, aren't you? I am too, to be honest. And he additionally raised funds for economic development programs and events and participated in promoting and developing national innovative strategies. He earned his bachelor's degree from Oklahoma City University and a master's degree from Northwestern in Evanston, Illinois. He's married to his wife, Susan Dawson, and has two sons, Evan and Spencer. Please welcome Josh O'Brien.
How about another hand for all these students? What a great job they've done today. We at the Cluster Initiative are very proud and privileged to support this event. Just hearing all the fun and the laughter and the joy and the competition is really, I hope, an important lesson to all of you guys. If you don't try, you can't do it. So the more you try, the more you keep working at it, the more opportunities there are for you. So we're very proud to be a part of this. We work with several different events in several different communities, but we're really happy to be here in Claremore working with all of you guys. I can tell you that the nice thing about the student competitions, I'm not sure any other competition or program that we work with is quite as enthusiastic as this one is. So we thank you. It's fun to work with you. We hope to work with you again in the future. Just keep in mind the opportunities that exist in these high-tech world of STEM. And please keep that in mind as you look for future endeavors. I'm telling you, this is where it starts. And having fun in what you do is one of the big secrets. I think most of the adults here in the audience will tell you when you do what you love, it's not work. So keep that in mind, do your very best, and we look forward to working with you again in the future. Thank you very much.
Okay, when you're not paying attention and sorting papers and finding out all the winners. All right. You ready to find out who won? Okay. I'll tell you, I hope you have had as much fun today as I have, because this is such a neat competition. They do a great job. I want to ask that our Google reps and our AeroCats come to the ceremony stage, and we get right to the awards. Students, when you're called to the front, you'll get your award. Then you'll go back to the Google stage, and we'll take pictures for you. All right. Our School Spirit Award, I'm sure you won't have a hard time figuring this one out after hearing all of the cheering and chanting going on. So our congratulations to the Foil Panthers for having some serious school spirit. Go you. What's up, homie? All right, our next award is for the Best Crash Award. And I'm sure you'll also be able to figure this one out, because we all ducked on the back row. And our net gal, she was like, oh my goodness, yeah. But she deflected beautifully. So the Best Crash Award goes to the Allendorf Warriors. Resilience is what our Google rep is saying for us today. It's absolutely true. All right, the Most Creative Drone Award, which all of you voted for. This is always fun to see the different designs that you all come up with every year. And this goes to the Nowata Ironman, who absolutely refused to give up. Well done. I'm sure you're all thinking now about the designs for next year, those of you who are still juniors and sophomores and freshmen. Okay, so our winners for the high school competition, are you ready for this? All right, third place goes to the Northeast Technology Center Warriors. Congratulations. Well done. These team members, I'm sure, came very close together. All right. Our second place winner, the Welch Wildcats. Go Team Welch. Great job today. You worked hard on that, and it really, really paid off. We appreciate you all competing in the games. All right. And the first place finisher just happens to have not only completed the course, not once, but twice, but managed to do it with the fastest time of both this high school competition and the junior high school competition today, with a time of 56 seconds? 56 seconds. That goes to Westville High School's flight team. Congratulations. Our winners of the high school competition for the Google. Wonderful, wonderful races we've had here today.
Good job, guys.
Great AeroCats, all working hard, no doubt about it. This has been an incredible event. Great organization by all involved. And thank you all so much on behalf of Two Works for You. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of your day. Always fun to be here. I appreciate the town of Claremore and RSU for letting us be here. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Karen. Hey, before you guys get out of here, I do want to say a special thank you to all of our speakers today. But Karen Larson's here from Channel 2 News, and what you guys don't know is she donated all of her time today. She came out for free to come out here and MC for you guys to make sure that you guys had a good time today. So let's give her a big round of applause. I want to say thank you to Brandy Sutherland. She's behind the scenes, handed out all your stuff today. She did a fantastic job today. Would not have been possible without her, so thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to our speakers, Mr. Josh O'Brien, Mr. Kevin Pickering, Mr. Mark Wayne Mullen, and Mr. Dennis Altendorf. You guys have a wonderful day.
Guys, thanks again for coming out. Hopefully I see each and every one of you again next year. Make sure you get your own personal photos over here before you leave for the day. Had a great time.